Hey yo, what is up? We've got some exciting news. And no, it's not Crew 2.0 or World of Tanks Plus, but it's this monstrosity that we got here, which is actually a Tier 8 premium wheeled tank from the British line. Why is it exciting? Well, we haven't had a wheel tank since the EBR, which was, if I'm not mistaken, 2019. So this is going to be fresh and this is going to be different. Is it going to be the same as the EBR we have in-game? I don't know yet. There are some indications that this is not going to be as wild as the French EBRs, but everything's up in the air right now. We don't know what Wargaming is going to do, but you are looking at it now. It is going to be a Tech 3 tank. These are Tech 3 tanks. GSOR wheeled series is going to be a series of tanks that's going to be introduced as a new Tech 3. When? I have no idea. It could be in December. They could just be teasing us right now with what they're developing and what kind of what you can expect from the wheel tank line from the British Tech 3. So that is the news that we have today. Tech 3 tanks, wheeled tanks, and to be honest with you, I'm really sad to say that I really like the way it looks, unfortunately, which means I really would want to play this tank, and at the moment I'm just not feeling like I really want to play tanks, but this tank is making me really want to play it, and that's a problem. Maybe it's a good problem for Wargaming, but in the current environment, the way the public sentiment is towards the game, I don't know how I feel about it. But we've got 360 alpha on this tank, 460 alpha if you fire HE. Standard shells are AP, premium shells are APCR. Standard penetration 218. The premium APCR shells are 252 penetration, so you're getting kind of like regular tier 8 penetration, not a light tank penetration. So you're gonna get pretty good penetration for a light tank, but you're gonna get 12.2 seconds reload time, which is kind of shitty. Aim time 2.1 seconds, not that great, but playable. A dispersion at 0.33. Now this is interesting. A 0.33 dispersion doesn't look that great, but actually when you're playing it, it's going to be pretty good, because 0.33 dispersion means you're going to be able to probably get this down to 3-1 without too much help. I mean, with just running vents and a BIA crew, you're going to be down to 3-1. If you're going to use like improved aim or shit like that, you could get it down to 2.9, 2.8 dispersion. It's going to be very, very good accuracy on this gun. The only information we don't have right now is the moving dispersions, which is going to be very, very important for us to know before we can decide how to equip this gun. Do we need vertical stabilizers? It'll depend on what the moving dispersions are. If the moving dispersions are above 0.15, you're probably going to need to run a vertical stabilizer or some kind of combination, the experimental equipment or something to help stabilize the moving accuracy a little bit. It would depend a lot on the moving dispersions. Obviously they haven't decided yet if this will be high moving dispersion gun or low moving dispersion gun. We'll find out pretty soon, I guess. I wanted to release this preview information early, even though there is not a lot of information out there yet, just because This is going to be a new line of tank and not just a new premium tank. There is enough images for me to show to you guys, like this 3D render, some of the specs, some of the pictures in the wild. So I thought, yeah, it's not exactly a lot of pictures and visuals that I can show you, but it is enough information that I can share with you. Like I said, this thing has 2.1 second aim time, not too great, but not too bad at all. Dispersion on this gun is 8 degrees of gun depression, which means it is kind of playable in ridges and terrain. 16 degrees of gun elevation, which is, you know, not too great but not bad at all. Shell velocity 920 on the AP shells, which is pretty, you know, you're used to this if you're driving medium tanks and heavy tanks. You know, they're all pretty much around this area anyway, around the 1000 meters per second shell velocity, so nothing too surprising here. The APCR shells also pretty standard, 1250 meters per second, nothing you are not used to. I wouldn't say it's the greatest, but it is not bad at all. You know, something great would be 1400 meters per second. It would be like a laser if it was like 1400 meters per second, but 1250 is pretty normal. It is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's bad at all. It is pretty good. View range 390, which is pretty standard for a medium tank. You know, if I'm being honest with you, I want the wheeled tanks to work like regular light tanks. I want them to work exactly the same. The only difference I want to see between wheel tanks and light tanks is the way the hull turns, the way you turn right and the way you turn left, the way its mobility is. That's the only difference I want to see between track light tanks and wheel light tanks. I want the camo to work the same. I want the view range to work the same. I wish, you know, it was just the difference was just the way it turned. You know how wheel tanks turn, they have a bigger turning radius. I just wish that was the only difference between wheeled and track light tanks. But let's see what happens with the entire tech tree. And this one is the first one they're introducing. Of course, it's the premium GSOR 1010 Facebook. Hope you enjoyed this video and took some useful information. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.